Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and today we are going to go over a garden tour in my amazing, beautiful desert garden. So if you guys want to see what has really been growing, because there is a lot to see, then keep on watching. So guys, I would like to start off by saying thanks so much for everybody that has been new to our channel. We've gotten a lot of new people, so it's insane. I'm Tiffany. I grow in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the city, as you guys could probably hear from some of the noise. I try and grow everything in my small space garden that my family will need to be able to eat fresh. I'm not big on preserving quite yet, just because I don't have the room for it, but soon, one day, my goal is to be able to preserve all of our food as well. Me and my husband are actually trying to save up to purchase land out in Tonopah, Arizona, in order to be able to build our house, our forever house, and also build a beautiful garden and have a homestead. So welcome. We will be doing a seed giveaway. We are doing another one once we hit 250 subscribers. So make sure you guys are subscribed and you click the notification bell so you know when I post a video on when you can enter. So without further ado, let's go on a tour and see what I've got going on here, because I've got a lot, including some mystery plants that I now know what they are. So starting in my first bed, this one is my salad and Swiss chard bed, and some spinach in there too as well. The spinach I planted not too long ago, so it is starting to grow. But my lettuce we are now using every Tuesday for Taco Tuesday. Yay! Taco Tuesday! And it keeps growing back and growing back and growing back. I never let the lettuce head up. I just keep cutting away the leaves, so then we're always having just tender leaves. And then my Swiss chard, it is that time of year again, guys, where Swiss chard starts to grow like crazy weeds in your garden. This year, only planted 6. No more. Last year I had 12 and we had Swiss chard coming out of our ears. But I've started juicing it, so that's going to be, some of it's going to be juiced too as well. So if you guys are wondering, you can freeze Swiss chard, and it actually works really well if you're going to be like juicing it or anything like that. I haven't tried cooking it, but I do freeze it since I had so many plants last year and so much of it. I did freeze a bunch of it, and now I've been using that for juicing. So, or actually it's not really juicing because I make a smoothie with it. So I put it in a blender, not a juicer, even though I do have a juicer. Oh well, you can put it in either or. So it's nice and windy out today, but this is my nasturtia plant, guys. This one is the one that I got from All Purpose Mom. When she came over and did my interview, she gave it to me, and I was so sad when the storm destroyed it, but look how it has grown back. I can't wait for this to flower and to try the flowers, because this is an edible flower. So my celery is coming in nicely. The dill plant over there is coming in really slow, but nicely. It also got destroyed. These are some of the kale plants that I planted. I've been growing some stuff indoors, and so I've finally moved them outdoors, and they're coming in nicely. This, look at this, it's so pretty. Just a little bit of cauliflower. I'm so excited. And then look at these are my collards, and then we have some turnips that I planted indoors too as well. Garlic is still doing good. I don't know, it's starting to kind of yellow, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I've just been watering it and letting it go. And then I have some herbs over here that are so big, nice and lush. I have parsley, cilantro, and oregano. And then this one is, not sure, mystery at the time. I think it might be another cauliflower. And then some onions are coming up. This one is my artichoke, and then also sage, and I have some beets over there. So guys, I've never grown garlic before, and I'm really starting to wonder if I'm doing it right. So one, I thought it sprouted way too early, like everybody else was like, oh, cover it and it's going to be all winter long before you see anything. greens came up really quickly, and then they're starting to yellow a little bit. So let me know. I don't know if this bed is getting holds too much water, because I have gotten fungus nets, and usually fungus nets come from when things are holding too much water. So I've been kind of letting this bed dry out a little bit, just because this one is on my patio, so it doesn't kind of drain as nicely as some of the other ones out in my other beds out in the dirt. So leave a comment, give me advice on garlic, because I really want to have my own garlic this year. It's like goals, real goals. So up at the top we have our fresh herbs growing in, and they're growing in nicely. These ones I use pretty much every single week, so they never get too big, and I just kind of cut with them as I need them. I need to start doing some more with oregano. I think I'm going to make spaghetti today, just so I can use some of that. I have put these in, but I haven't put anything in them, as well as my pot here that I showed you guys. If you guys haven't seen my video on Dollar Tree items that I got to expand my garden space, I will link it down below. And then the flowers are doing nicely. And look at this cabbage. Isn't that the most beautiful thing ever? I think that needs to be an Instagram picture because it's so pretty. And then my tomatoes. These are all nicely starting to come in and flower. Look at these little flowers starting to come in. And then my bok choy bolted. I mean, I wish I had more time with my bok choy because I love bok choy, but aren't these flowers just beautiful, guys? Those are so pretty. The shishitos are doing nicely too. They're starting to flower. And then I also think on this one I might have 1 or 2 shishitos coming in. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of flowers coming in, so we'll be getting shishitos soon. And then another cabbage over here, which also looks so beautiful. And then I just planted some beets, and then also the lettuce is starting to grow back nicely too. This one, I forgot the name of it. I think it's right here. Oh, it's a red leaf lettuce, red cell cabbage lettuce. So this is one I bought from a transplant when all my lettuce got destroyed. So it's coming in pretty well. The rosemary bush is doing amazingly, although I am getting a little bit of bug damage, as you guys see. I don't know if that's bug damage or just damage from the weather kind of jumping around and then a random time. So I asked if anybody knew what these were because I forgot what I planted, and turns out they are cauliflower. So now I'm gonna have 4 more amazing, beautiful cauliflower. So that should be nice. Tucked away behind it too, I have some radishes, and those are coming in nicely. As well over here, and over there, and over there, minus all of those weeds. Don't look at those weeds! So guys, radishes are something that I use actually a lot. I tuck radishes in wherever I can find a spot, just because I use them in place of potatoes, because I don't have a lot of space to grow a lot of potatoes. We still eat potatoes, I just buy them from the store, but I try and get as many things out of my garden as I can. So radishes are one of those things that I can plant everywhere. You can tuck them in everywhere, you can put them underneath things, and they'll just grow and do really well for you. And then you can roast them, you can saute them, you can eat them raw, you can do anything you really want to do with them. So if you're not, grow yourself some radishes. And here we go, guys. This is my pride and joy, my broccoli. That is my smallest head. This one was the biggest one, so I cut this one first. And look at this one is coming along nicely. I need to come out and grab this one. I try and wait until they start. See how they start to like separate a little bit, and they're about the size of my hand. That's when I come out and I pull them. If you guys notice, I did leave this broccoli plant, and it is because, let's get down here, broccoli will grow little shoots. Like that's one, there's one right down here, and they'll grow all over the stem. So these 3 broccoli plants are going to be enough to make sure we have broccoli for the next couple of months. The cilantro is still growing crazy. I think too the cilantro is really helping with keeping away any type of like bugs that would get on my cabbage, because look at the cabbage, as you guys can see, it's like bug free. This actually isn't bug damage, that's from the storm, but there's like no bugs on my cabbage, and I think this has something to do with the cilantro. And it's also keeping the broccoli pretty healthy too as well. And look at this, guys. New little eggplants coming in. You know, this plant has been alive forever. I don't know how long eggplants are supposed to live. I thought they were like a one and done type thing, but I think this is like something that just keeps coming back. It's so tattered from the storm. I didn't want to cut the leaves off since pretty much every leaf was messed up, but now I'm going to start trimming them now that all of these new leaves are coming in. And look at this over here. I have so many sugar snap peas from this one little group of plants that literally we've already had a couple meals off of this, and we just come out and eat them because they're yummy. But they are, like, this one needs to be pulled because it's huge. Look at how big that is. Pull that right now. That's amazing. That's so nice. I'm gonna eat this. I'm taking a break because this sweet pea is calling my name. It's so good. It's like so sweet. The peas in it are almost developed, like fully developed. I keep saying that I'm gonna let them grow all the way out and then I'm gonna shell them and make sweet peas, but they never make it inside the house. One day I'm gonna eat a whole field of these so that I could actually do that. But pretty much now, every time me or Mr. Benson come out here, we just grab a handful of them, sit down, and just eat them. That's one nice thing about growing an organic garden, guys, is that you don't have to worry about what's on your plant. And eating something that may or may not have a little dirt on it, a little wind on it, maybe a bird touched it, but it's just going to help your immunity. But what I do know that it doesn't have on it is any type of chemicals or pesticides, because I don't spray anything in my garden. I use compost and I use fish fertilizer, and that's about it. So make sure you guys are growing organic, because then you can just come back here with, you know, a salt box and just eat whatever you want to eat. So my carrots, my little carrot patch over here is still doing really, really good. I've picked a couple carrots out of it and just kind of pick them as I need them. And then my thyme over there is still doing really, really well. This is kind of like my compost pile. I just put things that when I trim them or do anything, I throw it in there. I'm gonna actually go get some more dirt to kind of put in there, because the goal is to have the worms go from there into the garden through this like little wire mesh. So we're gonna see if that actually happens. Beautiful flower, just on a nice winter day. Some nasturtiums coming up there. I hope that they grow like all the way down, because I feel like that would be beautiful. So look at this, guys. This is the dill plant. The dill plant went from this tiny little seed to just ridiculous. So I think I'm gonna make a chicken salad, because that's everywhere. Hopefully it'll keep going so that then when I have cucumbers, I can make pickles. And then look at these tomatoes. Even though this plant went through the ringer and the storm just destroyed it, it still grew some tomatoes. So these are coming in nicely. So I'm excited that it's getting a little bit warmer, because I do need to come out here and start planting some of my spring flowers. I have these ones still going strong, but I need to plant something all over there. Jalapeno's still doing better. All the leaves have started to grow back, so all the bad leaves are all off and the new leaves are coming in. And then my mint over here is still doing good. This one is the spearmint, and then that one is the lemon balm. Look at how big it's getting. I complained so much because this one was not growing, but now it's getting pretty big. And then we have a flower in this pot and some parsley. So really funny thing, guys, with the rains, I've gotten all these weeds everywhere, but look at this. I think that that's a carrot. So it's funny how things will just pop up and grow even in like the worst crazy places, because yeah, that's definitely a carrot. So my last little growing spot I have here, I have some radishes on my table. And then I also have some flowers. This is some alyssum. And then these ones up here are some snowball cauliflower. Now these ones get way more sun. So as you can see, this one is starting to start to like flower or bolt. So I'll probably be pulling this one sooner and then maybe moving these. Well, once you pull a cauliflower, it's done. So I'll probably pull this one sooner and then just stick something else in this pot right here. So for those of you guys in Arizona, we are getting ready to hit like a little cold snap tomorrow or tonight. So make sure you guys are covering. Yep, still live in the city. It's like a big truck or something. It's always when I'm like, let me sit down and film a video that people want to get mail. But make sure you guys are covering some of your things like your tomatoes or peppers. I bought some of this. It is, if I don't drop it. They're floating row covers just for frost tender things. Just because we are supposed to get down to 35 degrees tonight. So although it's beautiful right now and everything's gorgeous and blooming and we have tomatoes in January, or no, February now, it's supposed to get cold tonight. So make sure you guys put something over them, and here's hoping we can save them. So I have picked some more peas that I'm getting ready to eat because they're delicious. But thanks guys for checking out my garden, and make sure you are growing something because even a small space can provide you food. So thanks guys, bye.